Hello! Welcome to another week's reading vlog. It is like 20 past 8 on Monday evening. I've just made the thumbnail for last week's vlog and it's now uploading over there. And that's what this evening's been. I desperately need to have a shower because my hair is just disgusting, but let's ignore that. So the plan for this evening is go and have that shower, and then I really need to film some videos because I need to film my May TBR, and I've got a couple of other videos that I want to film, but I don't think I'll get them all filmed this evening, especially considering I need to read. There is the rest of today and then tomorrow left of The Owls. And this is my last book, the 12th one. I've read 11 books over the last month. This is the last one to go. So I really want to be able to finish it, but I'm not sure how realistic that is or not. Today, I've managed to read up to page 74 so far, but after I've had my shower, filmed the video, I won't edit it tonight. I might leave the editing until Wednesday, like when the owls are over. I suppose I could film and edit it on Wednesday. That could be an option, depending on how quick I can shower and sort myself out. But yeah, I want to finish reading this. So, as I was saying, up to page 74. So far, so good. It's really intriguing and quite gripping. It's told in, like, interview mixed with file format. Not quite as mixed media as, like, Illuminae, but more interview format with the occasional, like, diary, intro, news, article, text, etc. But really interesting so far. Very intrigued by the plot, so that's interesting. And surprisingly, considering the characters are, you know, you're meeting the characters through this interview format, I'm into them. Like, I think, is her name Kayla or something? Kara. That says a lot, doesn't it? Well, you don't really see their names a lot, but like the personality comes out in the interview. Kara is pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with the rest of my evening because I've got too much to do and no time to do it. But yeah, that's the plan. 2 days left of The Owls and one book. Can I do it? Probably not, but we can hope. And then you'll just have to wait until this vlog goes up to find out. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on with some stuff and I will check in with you either later on or tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. Hello! I have got a lot to catch you up on. It's actually now Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday the 1st of May today, so yesterday was the last day of The Owls, and guys, I did it. I finished Sleeping Giants. I finished it at about 10 to 12, so only just got it in there, but I finished it. And this was my only 5-star read of The Owls. I feel like this year, like so far this year, my reading has been like really high quality books. I've been giving a lot of 5 stars, considering that last year I gave so few. And here's another one. This was fantastic. I was addicted, hence why I read it so quickly. I really couldn't put it down. Flying through pretty much most of it yesterday didn't feel like a chore at all, didn't feel like I was forcing myself to read because I couldn't put it down. And I'm really disappointed that I don't own the next ones in the series because I could binge these very easily. But the characters were great. But it wasn't the characters that groped me to this, it was the plot, it was the not knowing, it was the like, what the bloody hell is gonna happen next? And then the characters on top of that were cool to, I don't even know if I would say read about, because this is told in interview format with like report files and like diary entries and stuff, but most of it is told in interviews, so it's the dialogue between the characters and this anonymous interviewer slash interrogator slash leader of this whole operation, but you never know anything about him. Who knows what this guy's ambitions are and where he stands on things, which, like, it's so bizarre. I really enjoyed it and I cannot wait to continue with this. The way this ended, oh yeah, I'm sold on this series. Absolutely 5 stars. If you're not familiar with what this is about, it follows on from a young girl going out into the woods on her bicycle, and she falls into a hole and ends up landing in the palm of a big metal hand underground that's glowing, like it's in a cabin glowing with this like turquoise light, that she just fell into a hole and there she was in its hand. And it follows on from there with the hand and so on and so forth. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but this was incredible. If you haven't read it, I would recommend. I mean, it's a sci-fi, so I know sci-fi is not necessarily for everyone, but this was really good. And it was the last book of the owls for me, so I finished all 12 owls. I read 12 things in the month of April. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, this was my challenge for divination, taking place in the future. So that's it. That's the owls done. I need to like do my wrap up at some point, but I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, loved it so much. Really proud of myself for doing all of those owls. And because I'm totally extra, I'm going from one readathon straight into the next, and I'm now doing the Sailor Moonathon. My TBR should have gone up before this because it's the 1st of May today, so it really should have. So go and check out my TBR video if you want to know what I'm going to be reading for the Sailor Moonathon. But I started my first read for that today, and I can't remember what the challenge was. I haven't written these ones down properly, but it was something like a challenging read, or a read that challenges you for one reason or another, and I'm reading Jamina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is a challenge to me because I DNF'd it like a couple of years ago. When it came out, I started reading it and I DNF'd it, but I held on to it because I know it's so beloved, so I'm giving it another go. And I'm actually now 154 pages in, so I'm about where I DNF'd it last time, and I'm again really bored. I don't know what it is about this. Maybe it's just this point, but again, I'm at the same point and I'm thinking I could happily DNF this right here, right now. I just am bored. I don't care. I'm gonna keep going with it. This is actually on Scribd, so I might try and read some of it on Scribd. This book is like really heavy. I don't know why it's so heavy, but it's really heavy. But I think in order to like convince myself to read it more, I'm gonna like dedicate this to being my Scribd read, because I'm just not dedicated enough to sit down and read this because I'm bored. Maybe once I pass a certain point and get past this bit where I am now, where I DNF'd it before, where I'm just bored, maybe it will pick up again. But yeah, this is obviously the second book in the Illuminae Files trilogy, first one being Illuminae, if you're not familiar with it. And the first one was so good. I loved Illuminae, like loved it, and I don't know what's wrong with me and this book. I'm still going with it. I'm gonna try. And another book that I started today, which isn't part of that readathon TBR because I forgot that I was reading it this month, is Ice Like Fire by Sarah Ash. This is the second book in the Snow Like Ashes trilogy. I read the first book years ago. Honestly, 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm now getting to the sequel because Jess is forcing me to read it. So we've started today. I'm up to chapter 4. We're going to be reading like 30 or 40 pages a day, which means we should finish mid-month. I don't really have many thoughts on this so far because I'm very early in. It has followed on from where the last one left off, which is all you can hope for. I did do like a brief recap of the first one before going into this, but I will give it credit for sort of easing you back into it. Like, I feel like I could have got back there quite easily, despite having read it such a long time ago. The covers of these are just so pretty. I feel like that's quite a lot to have updated you on. I finished Sleeping Giants. I've got about 150 pages through this and 50 pages through this. Obviously this I now can't read any more of tonight because it's set for tomorrow, so this will live back on my shelf. This, as I said, I'm going to do Scribd-ish, so as a physical read, I'm gonna give Fire and Heist a go. I feel like this is one I can get through quick because it's small and it's quite light-hearted from what I can tell. I can't remember what prompt I picked this one for either. I'm terrible. You'll have to go and watch my TBR for that. But yeah, I'm gonna try and give this a go this evening and see where I get with that. But I also have some editing I need to do, So yeah, that is going to be it for this update. It's been a long update. I'm going to go and get on with the things that I need to do and check in with you later on, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Hello, it's Thursday evening. I feel like I've barely vlogged this week, and I don't know why. This week just feels really disconnected to me. Like, I was thinking today, it's literally Thursday, right? And almost all day I was thinking it was Tuesday. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe it's because, like, it was the first of the month and that's thrown me off. I don't know. Anyway, today I started listening to an audiobook and I went for, I can't be bothered to get it, it's behind me, but the Muse of Nightmares audiobook. I started that ages ago and just stopped reading it, so I started it again. And because I'd already listened to the first, I don't know, 5 hours of it before, I listened to the first 5 hours of it again on like double the speed. So I could get through that really quick just to refresh myself, but because I'd already read it, I didn't need to like have it normal speed. I could just kind of listen to it whilst I was doing other things at double the speed. So I got up to where I was last time and then some. So I'm actually about halfway through Muse of Nightmares now, just under halfway probably through Muse of Nightmares. So I'm really happy with that. I've done no physical reading today yet because I've been listening to that and trying to like catch myself up. Honestly, I can see why I was bored and didn't get too into it last time, because I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Strange the Dreamer at all, and I only gave Strange the Dreamer 4 stars, and I know a lot of people love that. I still did really like it, but it wasn't a 5-star read for me, and I'm about halfway through Muse of Nightmares, and I feel like I like it less than I liked the first one. Like, at the minute, it's probably sitting at about a 3-star, but I am only halfway, so we'll see how the rest of that goes. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling with it at the moment. Oh, actually, I lied. I read my bit of Ice Like Fire for today as well for my buddy read, so I'm still on track with that. So I'm up to page 62 in this as well at the minute. So anyway, yeah, that's that. I didn't read any more of Gemma today, and I haven't read any more of Fire and Heist. I'm only like 10 pages into Fire and Heist, which is what I read yesterday. Can't speak. But I'm probably gonna settle in for the rest of the night and try and read some. I've spent a decent portion of time creating an Excel sheet. I can't use Excel, but I wanted to create an Excel sheet for the Sailor Moon-a-thon so I could accurately count like what counted for double pages and what counted for single pages and so on in a spreadsheet. So it took me far too long to work out how to do that so that I can submit the accurate page count each day. That's pretty much all I have to say to you now. It's Friday tomorrow, hooray. Work for the next like 4 weeks is gonna be mad for me. I'm gonna be really busy, so that's fun. That's all I really have right now. Alright, I'm gonna go and I will probably talk to you tomorrow. What's up? It is like 20 past 10 on Saturday evening now. I haven't spoken to you since Thursday. Yesterday was Friday. What did I do? I was at work. I read some of Fire and Heist whilst I was at work. I'm like up to page 60 something. And then yesterday evening was really busy personally. Then today I've been again pretty busy doing things, or at least I was until about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock-ish. And then I got whacked in the face with, I don't know if it was a migraine, like it didn't feel like it lasted long enough to be a migraine, but my head felt like it was being crushed, so I took a nap. And I woke up with a nose that will not stop running, my eyes hurt, and my sinuses in general, like my tonsils, feel a bit swollen. My nose, as I said, will not stop running. And I just ache, like, everywhere. So, I'm not feeling too great. That's how this is going. Great. I need to read, though. I need to read today's bit of Ice Like Fire for my buddy read with Jess, so I might do that now. I think I might get in my pyjamas. I might do a face mask. I don't know. But I need to read the Ice Like Fire bit. So I'm gonna do that, I think. And then maybe read some of Fahrenheit if I feel up to it. But yeah, I just feel shitty. I'm sick. I read the bit of Ice Like Fire that I needed to read, so I'm still up to date with the buddy read for that, but I think I need to just admit that I'm not very well and stop. So, yeah, this is me admitting that I'm not very well and stopping. Wow, I look awful. I still want to read some more, but I also have a really bad headache, and I just keep snorting. That's really gross, but true. This is a great way to spend a bank holiday weekend, because it's a bank holiday again this weekend, so no work on Monday. Whoop. And I'm supposed to be reading because I'm doing the Sailor Moon-a-thon, but I'm not because I suck. Anyway, I'm going to stop whinging and go to bed for now. Hey, so, long story short, it's like 11:30 on Sunday night now, and I don't feel any better. I've been moaning all day, my head hurts, my nose hurts, my throat hurts, I can't breathe properly. Feel really, really shitty. So, today I have done absolutely nothing. I have done no reading, I have laid in bed. I have tried to do some drawing and hate myself for it, and because I can't draw properly, I'm getting annoyed at myself. And then because I feel shit anyway, everything just feels like 3,000 times worse. So, there's that. So I'm gonna wrap up this week's vlog now. Honestly, this week's been such a mess for me, I can't even remember what I've read. So I know I normally do like a bit of a weekly wrap up, but my brain is not with it right now, so I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I hope you've enjoyed whatever it is that you've seen, and I will start fresh tomorrow and hopefully feel better. Blah. Okay, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.